Video tonight showing the aftermath of the helicopter crash that killed Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and 7 others. You can see the wreckage and debris scattered all over the California hillside. And of course, that's not the first crash involving a star athlete. 6 months ago, NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. and his family ran for their lives from their burning plane as it crashed in Tennessee. Well, since then, our anchor Allison Lottis has been looking into how the NTSB investigates crashes just like these. Allison?
That's right. It is tedious and it's time-consuming piecing together all of the pieces of tiny metal, pulling data from smashed computer parts. Investigators showed me how their work helps determine what happened and why, and even saves lives.
Charred and twisted metal are all that's left of the helicopter that crashed with Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and 7 others on board. But buried in this debris in a California mountainside are crucial clues NTSB investigators are working to connect.
We look at the man, the machine, and the environment.
Brian Rayner, a senior air safety investigator, has analyzed more than 1,000 aircraft accidents.
You see in the paint how it looks like a shark's tooth?
It's an indicator that it came apart very suddenly.
Rayner looks at the physical evidence, the pilot's training and experience, even the weather.
Did the pilot get a weather briefing before he or she took off? Were they credentialed to fly in that kind of weather?
Rayner was at the scene of this 2016 crash in Longview, North Carolina, where a vintage plane crashed into a bank, killing the pilot.
There was a very strong, it smelled like varnish.
Rayner was able to determine the pilot had used automotive, not aviation gasoline, which caused ice to form in parts of the engine.
He got only a couple of miles away from the airport when he announced to the tower that he was coming back because he was having engine problems. He didn't make it back.
Sometimes crucial clues are hidden in an aircraft's technology. Nick Swan works in the NTSB lab in Washington.
Once it reaches a certain point, it starts to melt.
To extract information from flight data recorders, pinpointing key information like airspeed and altitude. This lab is also where investigators examine a plane's black box, which is actually bright orange and made to withstand intense heat and pressure to protect the precious cockpit voice recorder inside.
So this is all just a huge casing to house something about this size.
Once researchers can pull the audio file from the cockpit voice recorder, a group of people works in this room to transcribe everything they're hearing from inside the plane. That is the audio file from the Miracle on the Hudson.
Because that audio isn't public, we aren't allowed to hear it. Swan admits it can be hard to hear a crew's final moments.
It's kind of what needs to be done in order to learn as much as we can. It can be chilling at times.
It's tedious work to connect the dots in devastating and sometimes deadly crashes. The end goal is the same in each investigation: to prevent crashes and protect and possibly save lives.
What we're really doing is making sure that what happened on that plane never happens again.
NTSB findings have even led to some major changes, including the checklist that pilots must follow before they take off.
And Allison, I know families and the public kind of want answers right away, but these investigations take time.
Right, often a year or two, so really it could be months longer before we get any answers in the Kobe Bryant crash or the one involving Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s plane. We do know the helicopter that was carrying Kobe Bryant did not have a black box, but investigators are analyzing an iPad, and they're doing it in that lab I just showed you. The cockpit of Dale Jr.'s plane wasn't damaged, so investigators are reviewing data, their data recorder from the flight deck of that plane. The cockpit voice recorder was damaged in the fire, but the NTSB is trying to pull the audio so they can hear what happened the moments before that fire.
Tedious and very important work. Thanks, Allison.